Okay, so in the previous sessions, we have gone through all the data types present in Python and the respective methods which are involved in that particular data type. We have not covered the entire, what do we call the method names and all, but yeah, so we try to understand how the method works in Python and how to access that method and its specific characteristics and all. We have seen it, right? And we have seen typecasting also. And yeah, so we have completed the data types part present in Python. Now we'll move on to other topics. Uh, I'll share the screen, and today we'll look into operators. Okay, is my screen visible? Like, can you see my screen, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir, one
so
doubt sir, I have.
doubts, yeah, after the class now, you can tell me, like, okay, after the class.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so today we'll look into these operators actually. So operators are something where you come across in each and every programming language. You come across these operators because if you want to apply some mathematical operations to variables and all, no, definitely you need these operators. Like we need to have a clear understanding about the operators and all, right? So in Python also we have operators, and operators are used to perform operations on variables. That's what on variables, we can perform the operations to get some desired output or something like that. Suppose, for example, if you want addition output, then definitely you are going to use the plus symbol between the variables. Then it gives you the respective output. Okay. Yeah, so we'll look into these operators. Yeah, Python divides the operators into these groups, into the following these groups actually. Okay, there's still like 2 or 3 more operators out there in Python, but these are important and these are sufficient for us to learn. Okay, the first one is arithmetic operators. Yeah, so we'll look into each and every operator symbol, and yeah, I'll show you one example for each and every operator symbol. Okay, but first we'll try to understand like comparison operators. We have relation operators where you can compare between the two variables and all, and we have assignment operators. Yeah, and we have membership operators and identity operators. So in and not in, we have already seen it, like in few examples. Like we have like gone through inside the list if an element is present or not. Like we have seen that example. Yeah, still we'll look into that again. Yeah, yeah. So for that, we'll open our Jupyter notebook. Okay, so I have my Jupyter notebook. Yeah, I'll open session 1. Still so many people are joining. Okay, yeah, fine. So yeah, we'll start with the topic operators today, and we'll finish the entire operators. Okay. So first operator is arithmetic operators. Okay. For each and every symbol, we'll look into like one example of for each and every symbol. Okay. So inside the arithmetic operators, we have plus. So I'll use multi-line comments to make sure we write paragraphs kind of comments. Okay. So arithmetic operators, the plus symbol is for addition, and we have minus. So, we have minus symbol, which is for, yeah, we already know about all these operators, but still we need to have a clear understanding now what operators are present in Python and all. Then we can move forward. Because few people are not coming from the CSC background, so they don't know what operators are. So yeah, we need to look into each and every basic thing. This is division, and then we have modulus, and what else? Look into the PPT ones. Yeah. Okay, we have this, and one more symbol is that. Yeah, I'll tell you. This is for exponentiation. Yeah, and this is clear. Yeah, this is the last operator which I have not mentioned in the PPT, but yeah, this is also one of the operators in arithmetic category. Yeah, flow division. So these are our arithmetic operators. Okay, so we'll look into one by one example. Yeah, like we'll apply the symbol and we'll try to understand what exactly the output is, and yeah, we can. Okay, so first we'll start with the addition symbol. Like we'll take two variables, a equals to 5 and b is equals to 2 or something like that. And yeah, so we'll start arithmetic operator plus comma a plus b. Right, I'll copy this. How many operators are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll copy this 7 times. I'll use minus a minus b, and this is for multiplication, a into b, and this is for division, a by b. This is for modulus, percentile, modulus. I'll tell you, like modulus gives you the, what do we call that? Remainder part, okay, from the division. And this exponentiation, double star. If you do double star, that means power. It goes into the format of power. 5 power 2. No, a to the power of b. So it's 5 power 2, 5 to the power of 2. And the last one is floor division. Yeah, floor division, it actually rounds the result down to the nearest number, nearest whole number. Yeah, so it's rounds off. Like suppose if you have 7.2, the nearest whole number is 7. So it rounds off that result, the division result actually. Okay, I'll print everything up. Let's see. So a plus b, 5 plus 2 is 7. Yeah, and a minus b, 5 minus 2 is 3. Yeah, a into b, 5 into 2 is 10. And if you do the division, 2 by 5. What is the answer for the 2 by 5 is 2.5, right? That's 2.5. And we have this modulus operator. So this 2 by 5, right? So for the first remainder, whatever you get, like 2 2 is 4, right? 5 minus 4 is 1. So 1 is the answer here. The remainder, you'll get the remainder as the output. And power. So 5 power 2. That means 5 power 2 is 5 into 5. That is 25. Right? And the floor division. The answer is 2.5 here, right? So for the 2.5, the nearest value takes as 2. Since 2.5 and online, it takes the least number, not the highest number than that. So it has given the output as 2. So that's how the operators are used in Python, the arithmetic operators. So these all are the arithmetic operators. Okay, yeah. And after the arithmetic operators, we have, okay, we'll go with assignment first, and then we'll go with comparison. Okay, we have assignment operators. Okay, assignment operators are used to assign values to the variables. Like a is equals to 5, equal to is the assignment operator there, right? Likewise, we have few more assignment operators. We'll see. Assignment operators. Okay, equals to is the first operator. Yeah, directly we'll write it down. That's very easy for us. Plus is equals to, and then we have minus is equals
Sir,
to. Yeah, please.
sir, can you say once flow division method, sir? Flow
Okay, flow
division
division.
operation.
Okay, flow division. I'll tell you. Okay, see. We'll use a whiteboard. Hmm. Okay, for example, so we have 5, right? And we have 2 into divide it, right? Yeah, 5 divided by 2. So if you write 2 here, it becomes 4, and here we have 1. We keep a point here, point, and this becomes 0, right? 2.5. 5 is the output here, and automatically becomes 10, and it gives us the remainder as 0. So this is our remainder, and this is the final result, 2.5. Okay. Float division, what happens is it rounds off. So rounding off numbers, you always seen that in math, right? So rounding off numbers is something where you adjust the decimal places to the whole number. Okay. So what do you mean by that? So adjusting the decimal places to the whole number means, for example, if you have a scale between 3 to 4, so you have 3.1 and 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, and then 4. So this is the scale you have. So if you have this 3.4 as the output, so it rounds off to the nearest whole number. So we don't want all the decimals sometimes, right? We need only the whole numbers part. Whole numbers in the sense pure numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of decimals. Okay, so it rounds off in the sense less than 3.5 or 3.5. It rounds off to 3. More than 3.5 and 3.6, 3.6, it rounds off to 4. That means it rounds off to the nearest whole number. So for 2.5, it's less than 2.5 and equal to 2.5, right? It rounds off to 2 value. So that's why the floor division for 2.5 is 2.
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so now we'll proceed with our assignment operators. Okay, so minus equals to we have, and then into sim arithmetic operators, whatever you have now, you can use the arithmetic operator and you use a equal to symbol directly. So that becomes some assignment to it. Okay, and you can use modulus as well, and you can use floor division also. Floor division equals, and then followed by exponentiation also, the power. And then we have I guess we are good with these. What else are there? Let me check the PPT. Yes, till here. Yeah, we are good till here. Yeah, these are important. We'll go till here, and then yeah, I'll remind myself like if any other operators are present in assignment or not. But first we'll look into this, and then we'll come back. Okay, so let us start. Like I'll use print uh, assignment operator equals. First we'll start with equals. Yes, and then followed by yeah, and then we can yeah. So will you say plus is equals to 5? We'll use the print statement on. We'll use the print statement as yeah. We'll copy this print statement. So plus is equals to this operator here. And the same will copy this entire thing. We use all the arithmetic operators. minus minus and then into and into, and we have divided by and modulus floor division and exponentiation, right? Still modulus exponentiation. Floor division. Yeah, let us see. after running this, yeah, we got the respective output, and let us see what exactly is happening with these assignment operators. Okay, so a is equals to 5. It's a direct statement, like a is equals to 5. You can give it there directly. A plus c is equals to 5. What's happening here is a is equals to a plus 5. This is a statement which is happening inside of it. A is equals to a plus 5. Already we have 5 inside a. Now a is equals to 5 plus 5, that is 10. That's why the output is 10. Clear? Yeah, now a is overwritten with the number 10. Right? I mean, a equal to a plus 5 is happening. Already you are adding up 5 plus 5, 10, and it is already assigned to a. Now the value of a is 10. Okay, so a minus equals to 5. What's happening here is a equals to a minus 5. It's that simple. So already we have 10 assigned to a. 10 minus 5 is 5. Now the a value is 5. So that's the output here, 5. Still people are joining, okay. Yeah. So a is equals to 5. Now a into equals to 5. So this becomes a statement as a is equals to a into 5. Okay. So the final output for a is no, it's 5. So now 5 into 5 is 25. Now so now the a value is 25. Okay. Yeah. So in the same way, a divided by is equals to 5. So a is equals to a divided by 5. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. So a is equals to 5. So see, this is the output here. Okay, and if you want to use modulus, a is equals to a percentile 5. Okay, so modulus it gives you the output of the remainder, right? 5 divided by 5. The output is 0. The remainder is 0 there. Now the a value is 0. Yeah. Now a hashtag a is equals to a 5. This is thing. So now the a value is 0. 0 to power of anything is the value is 0, right? So the output is 0. In the same way, do the floor division also. Everything divided by 0 or anything like 0 is there. 0 divided by something, anything is a 0, right? Yeah. So that's how the output is. So that's how you use assignment operators to assign the values to variables actually. So here the initial value of a is 5. Finally, the value of a is 0. See, we are printing a only. Finally, the value of a is 0. Like we operate so many assignment operators there. The operations are done inside that assignment operators, and the value gets overwritten and it is assigned to a value. Finally, the value of a is 0. Like you can change a variable, but that's okay. You can use the same variable also. It overwrites the data. That's it. Okay, we are good with the assignment operators. And what else are there in the operators? Let me think. Okay. Okay, that's it, I guess. Yeah. So we can move forward, and yeah. So now we will enter into this, comparison operators. Yeah. So the third one is comparison operators. Yeah. So I'll write down the comparison operators as well, and then we'll use the comparison operators, examples of comparison operators, and we'll try to understand about the comparison operators. Okay. Yeah. So comparison operators are something where you can compare between the variables actually, right? So if you want to compare, like if suppose a value is 5 and b value is 5, I've taken a variable a as 5 and I've taken the variable b and its value is 5. If I want to compare between these two, like whether a is greater than b or a is less than b or a is equals to b, kind of, So if you want to compare, like between the values and all, we use comparational operators here. Okay, main thing, the comparison operators are used to compare two values, like to compare two values and come into some conclusion. Okay, so it depends, like whatever you want, like if it is greater, if you want to know whether it is greater or if it is lesser, if you want to know, then we will use these kind of operators to perform such kind of operations. Okay, so first I'll write down all the comparison operators down here, and then we'll see the examples of each and every comparison operator. Okay, first we'll start with double equals to, that means equal. Okay, and not equals to, exclamatory and equals, if you do it, that it's a not equal symbol, not equal. and we have greater than. Yeah, this is very common in each and every programming language. You come across these operators, guys. So operators are very important to make sure you compare two values between two variables, or to assign something to the variables, or to perform operations on two variables. No, the operators are very important. So this is
Sir,
greater than. Yeah, please tell me.
sir, if it is one single equal to, sir, that is also called as equal, no, sir. Why this double to two
That's what.
equals are
Yeah.
called as equal?
So we know, right? Equal is a symbol, like equally is a symbol for equal to. But the machine doesn't understand, na. So there should be a difference between this equal and this equal, right? This equal is to assign the values to the variables. This equal is to compare between the two variables. So that's why there's a double equal here.
Okay, sir.
Sometimes in other programming languages, you might come across three equals. Instead of two equals, you come across these three equals. Okay, that means to compare the value. You will understand. Like I'll show you the example and you'll get it. Okay, so this thing is greater than or equal to. So less than or equal to. Yeah, we are good. Yeah. So we'll take two variables now. See, these are used to compare the values, guys. Remember, these are used to assign a value to the variable. These operators are different, and comparison operators are different. So there should be a difference between equal and double equal. I mean, like in order to make Python understand that for the one equal is for assignment. If there is two equals, it is used for comparison. To make Python understand, people have designed in such a way, because if you use a single equal, no, then it gets into that confusion state. As a human, by looking at two single equal, we'll understand that we can compare and we can assign also. But the Python is a programming language, right? It should understand. For that sake, they have designed double equal for some operation and single equal for some operation. Okay, we'll take two variables here, 5 and 10. Okay, so I'll print the statements out. Okay, so for the comparison operators, the output is always Boolean expression. Is a Boolean expression, true or false. If it is true, it gives you the true. If it is false, the statement is false. It gives the statement false. Okay, let us start. Comparison operator double equals, yeah, comma a double equals b. Is this true, guys? Like a is equals to b? Can anyone tell me, like a is equals to b? A is 5 and b is equals to 10? It's wrong,
No,
right?
sir.
It's false
No,
statement,
sir.
right? Yeah. So that's how the comparison is done. Let me like write all the operators, and then we'll directly check the output, and I'll explain you. So a is not equal to b is right statement actually, right? So it returns the value true for us. And how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Not equals to, and we have greater. A is greater than b. So 5 is greater than 10 is false, right? 10 is always greater than 5, not 5 is greater than 10. So the next symbol is less than. Yeah, this a is less than b. That means 5 is less than 10. Yeah, that's true. That's a true statement. And if I use greater than or equal to,
False.
yeah, so 5 false. Yeah, it's not equal and it's not greater. It's false. So less than or equal, yeah, it's less than. It's not equal, but it's less than, right? Less than or statement is there. That means if any one of this is true, it returns the true statement. If not, false. Okay, good. So I'll execute this. Yeah, see. So first a is equals to b, it's false. A is not equal to b, it's true. A is greater than b, the 5 is greater than 10. No, it's wrong. So that's why it has written false. A is less than b, 5 is less than 10. Yeah, that's true. A is greater than or equal to b. No, 5 is not greater than or equal to b, right? That's why it has written false. So 5 is less than or equal to b. Yeah, it's less than, but it's not equal to b, but it's less than. One statement is justified. So that's why the output is true. Okay, remember this, guys. See, if you want to compare the values, and if you want to like take that output and use it somewhere, at that time now you definitely need to use this comparison operators. Okay, comparational operators. Okay, so when the if loop starts and everything, that time you'll see we'll be using more comparational operators only at that time. Okay, so not only numbers, actually you can compare between two strings also. I mean, here I'm giving you examples, but in the ongoing classes now we'll play with the strings as well. Not only strings, lists, everything. Like here just I'm giving you basic examples to understand how an operator works and all. But in the ongoing classes now we'll like mix the data types, and we can compare the things. We'll look into that as well. Okay, the other operator is, so logical operators. Logical. So logical operators, are used to combine conditional statements, kind of. Okay, so what do you mean by this? So you remember, right? So we have logical gates in our circuit. I mean, I don't know whether CSE students are having it or not, but yeah. So we used to have logical gates, kind of gates. So AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate.
Sir.
Remember? Yeah. So we used to have truth tables for it. Like if there are two values as an input to the AND gate, A and B. So if you are providing 0 and 1 to it, right? So the output is 0, right? So if you're providing 0 and 0, the output is 0. If you are providing 0 and 1, the output is 0. If you're providing 1 and 0, the output is 0. If you're providing 1 and 1, it's 1. Right? In the same way, we have OR gate as well, and we have NOT gate also. The same gates only. They have implemented that in Python, and the same truth table, whatever you're looking at now, that we can play with that true or false kind of statement. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you like conditional statement. How you use it? So I'll, yeah, logical operators. These are also very important, because if you want to like compare two or more statements, not variables, two or more statements, no? So then we use this logical operators. Yeah, like you can logical operators. I'll just give you the definition here, and then we'll see the output so that you'll understand. It combines conditional statements. Like these are the conditional statements, right? Double equal to. I mean, those are used for comparison, but these are conditional statements. A equal to B, A not equal to B. So to combine those two statements, we use these logical operators. Okay. Here we have yeah, and or and not. Okay. So for n, returns true. I mean, this also returns the Boolean expressions only, but yeah. So when does it returns true? Returns true when both the statements are right. Both, if we are using only two statements here, you can use n number of statements. Like you can use n number of n statements and AND statements and all the statements are right, then it returns true. If out of all, at least one statement is wrong, it returns false. The truth table is like that, right? For n gate, when you have 0 and 1, it returns 0 only, because one value is 0. When the output and the input we are giving to the n gate is 1 and 1, then definitely the output is 1. That means definitely each and every input, whatever you're giving it, it should become true. Then only it will return true. Remember that. Okay, returns true if when both statements are true. I mean, the statements whatever you're giving now, it should return true. Okay, or
Returns if one statement is also true.
Yeah, that's great. If only one statement is also true, it returns true. Perfect. And not returns the result. Returns false if the result is true. It's vice versa, right? Like I mean, like it's a reverse condition actually. I mean, if the result is true, it returns false. Not. If the result is false, it returns true. Yeah, kind of. It changes the output. That's it. Okay. So we'll look into these examples. Okay. Let us like take x variable now. We'll take the x as 15. for example. And now we'll use AND, OR, and NOT gates on this. Okay, so let us first start with AND gate and operator. So gates, we'll forget about it. Okay, so what I will use the statement is comma x is greater than 10, and I'm using an and symbol in between the conditional statements here. Remember, check it out, guys. See, and I'm using it here, and x is greater than 10 is one statement I have given here, and x is less than 20 is one statement, and I'm combining these two. If these two conditions satisfy only, I'll get the output as true. If not, the output should be as false. See, it has given me true, right? And you can like extend it also, and x is equals to 15. So you can extend, you can like apply n number of inputs to it, but when all the conditions are true only, it returns the true. If suppose, for example, if I change this condition, x double equals to 17, that means x is not equals to 17, right? X is 15. So see, it has written false, right? X is equals to 15 is assignment, x double equal to 17 is the comparison operator. Remember that. Yeah. So that's how AND operator works. Like if all the statements are true only, it returns true. If any one statement is wrong, it returns false. Okay, we'll see OR gate or OR operator. Yeah, so if I use OR, okay, yeah, guys, please join before 6:05 only, 6:05 or 6:10, because people are joining now also. So, okay, if I use OR, first we'll look into for two conditional statements. Yeah, so x is greater than 10 or x is less than 20. So both the statements are right, but if any one statement is right, it returns the value true. See,
The answer
or
is 1.
yeah, the answer is 1. Yeah, what happens if I change the statement, like x double is equals to 17? So one statement is wrong, one statement is right. Still the answer is true. So that's how the OR operations are done. If any one of the statement is right out of all the conditional statements, automatically it gives you the like true or false, like
True
it gives
value.
you the true value. It gives you the true value, right? Yeah. So in the same way, if I go with not statement, so not operator. Okay. So for the not operator and all, now we use like directly the keyword called not. For example, see if I use not here, and let us like write an and conditional statement there, and we'll make sure that and conditional statement is true. Then it changes that result actually. See, x is less than 10. Sorry, x is greater than 10 and x is less than 20. The statement is right. So the statement for this is true. And if you're applying not, it reverses the output. If it is true, it returns as false. See? So it has changed the entire output result actually. So the result is changing here. That's what I've written. Returns false if the result is true. Returns true if the result is false. Okay? Yeah, that's how the logical operators are done in Python. Yeah, cool. And what else we have? Yeah, that's it. So the logical operators we have finished, and we'll move into identity operators. So yeah, we'll move into this identity operators, and identity operators are used to compare the object, not if they are equal. Like is not, or the identity operators we have in Python, these are used to compare again. Okay, so we'll see like is not. Okay, so is and is not. So is returns true if both the variables are the same object. I mean, this is okay. This is similar to double equal to only, but instead of using double equal to, you can directly use is. Same like English words and all. Na? By using this, na, instead of double equal to, you can directly use is. Okay, so this value returns true if both variables are same. This is the reverse of it. Returns true if both variables are not same. And vice versa, guys. Remember, so for this, the vice versa is returns false if both variables are same. Returns false if both variables are same. Okay, it's vice versa. Yeah, and yeah, is not is similar to this. Same thing only. You can use that or this, but yeah. So they are mentioned a separate kind of operators here. So it's up to us. Like we can use whatever we need. Okay, let us see. So a equal to 5 and b is equals to 5, and we'll print what are these identity operators, right? Identity operators. Identity operators, and yeah. So now is right. Is sorry. A is B. It's that simple. So if I print it, A is B. The answer is true, right? Because A is equals to B. That's right. I'll use the same thing for E is not. Simply type E is not in between A and B. So A is not B. That is false, right? 5 is always equals to 5. See, that has written the value false. This has written the value true. Suppose what happens if I change the values like 5, 8. So the first one will be false. The second one will be true. That's it. Yeah. So those are the identity operators. And we have one more last operator in Python, that is membership operators. So we'll look into that as well, and we'll wrap up the operators. So membership operators. So membership operators are used to test if a sequence is present in an object or not. Right? We have already used this, but yeah. So we'll look into it. Like if if the object is present inside that sequence or not. Let us see. In returns true if the object is present inside the sequence. Okay, not in. So we already seen it. Not in. Returns true if the object is not present in that sequence. Is not present in that sequence. Okay, so these are the membership operators. So in and not in are membership operators. Is and not is not. Is and is not is identity operators. Okay. Okay, let us take a list. Okay, so inside that now we'll first use membership operator, that is in. We'll use in. Yeah, so I'll write the statement as 2 in A. So is the value 2 present in A? Yeah, it is present in A, right? So that's fine. It returns the value true. 2 not in A. The value 2 is not present in A. No, it's false. 2 is always present. 2 is present in A. So the first value is true. The second one is false. So these are the operators present in Python. So we use these operators for various purposes, like to compare or to assign or to check whether something is present in an object or not. And not only that, for changing the values of the operators by performing some arithmetic operations and all. For that cases, we use these kind of operations, and to compare multiple conditional statements like this. We use these logical operators. So that's how there's so many uses of the operators. Actually, you use these operators everywhere whenever you're doing the program. Actually, whenever you're writing any logic inside any program, definitely you'll come across these operators. Okay, is that clear, guys? Or if you're having any doubts, you can ask me in these operators. It's clear, right? Because I have given each and every example for each and every operator. It's very clear. So if you're getting confused also, this video will be posted in the YouTube, right? You just have a look at it, look at the output and try to understand the operator what it is doing, and that's it. That's it. Yeah. Okay, so that's it, guys. Like for today's class, no operators. Yeah, we are good. Once you go, homework for today is complete all the operators like this. Like take each and every operator and try to complete it. Once the video is posted, you check that operator and try to mimic that operator in your Jupyter notebook and understand how the operators are working. Okay, so that's it for today. So yeah, so any doubts in the class you can ask me.
Sir,
Stop the
yesterday's I have
recording.
doubts.
Okay, 1 minute. I'll stop the recording and yeah, that's it for today's class. Okay.